But I'll let them know that you're mad at us. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Monica.
Hi, Monica.
How are you doing?
How am I doing? How am I doing today? I'm trying. We had a night last night. I'm going to share that with you. We had a night last night.
So my question is, what do you think is the darkest and the brightest childhood memory that Catch has?
The darkest and the brightest childhood memory. So we're getting into sort of Catch backstory there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love, once I found out, I had a nice opportunity. I'll just give you a little backstory, which is fun for me, because all actors will create, you know, backstory. And Adam and I were talking about this. You don't want to be too specific with it, because you can actually kind of screw yourself when you find out more about the character from the actual writer, right? So you don't want to lean in too hard to choices or ideas of specific history, because they could turn out to be wrong. It's not like a movie where you get the whole script or a play and you can really just do the work. Because on TV, the writers are finding out who you are as you go along as well. So I've said this before, but Catch, when I first got this job, Catch was only written for 3 episodes. I thought it was just going to be a 3-episode arc. What they told me, and I got to have this really fun, you know the special features on DVDs where the actors are talking about the episode? I did my first one a month ago in Los Angeles with Eugenie Ross Lemming and Brad Buckner, who wrote a lot of the episodes for Catch this season. Which was really nice, because you have these ideas in your mind of how his history went, and you make your choices and you sort of build it into the character. But then when you get to hear it from source yourself, it's really interesting. So they had told me there was actually going to be, they had pitched an episode, and this would be fun for you, no one else knows this. They had actually done sort of a Hunger Games episode with Tony, Catch, and Mick as kids in the forest as a rite of passage. So it was like Kendricks, threw these 3 kids all together out in the woods, and they were going to have this whole survival games of like what we all were as children trying to survive together. Which was like, oh man, I would love to watch that. Just these like messed up kids in this crazy school that is all about, you know, indoctrination and violence and you know, and dogma, right? So I think for me though, knowing what my own made-up backstory was, and just that idea, and I said it earlier too, that Catch was given away by his parents. I mean, that to me, I can't imagine any child or any human just being like, there you go, bye, you know, go live in this awful world. And I love to think that one of the reasons Catch is so damaged is he wasn't an orphan, he wasn't a street urchin like Mick. You know, Mick has that gratitude speech that he has, which is so lovely. Before, we don't talk about that anymore. Adam is still very sensitive, by the way. He's still mad at me. I was like, blame the writers. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. And I think the happiest memory is in season 12. I think Catch's happiest moment, and again, a little R-rated warning here, was that night with Mary in the hotel. I think that was probably the closest he got to actual human touch, contact, and connection. Obviously, he's had, you know, intimate relations before, But that night with Mary, after they came back from the hunt, and you're like, let's have a drink, and we're in the hotel room, and we've been on the road, and you're awesome, I love you, movie. Oh. But like Sam Smith and I talked about this. Oh, this is actually a fun story for you. Might get a kick out of. We were talking about, you know, just doing a little history on how Ketch and Mary would go about things a bit in the boudoir. You know, not getting too specific, you know, we're being professional, but we're just like, you know, so how would that go? What does that look like? No, not literally what does that look like, figuratively. And we started like spitballing, we started like having ideas, like da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, would it be just kind of funny or cheeky a bit if, as you're dressing, I'm just removing a tie from the bedpost for my wrist? You know, sort of like a 50 Shades of Grey, just like kind of homage, where I'm just like, Ketch's tie is just like he's taking it off the banister, or the bedpost. And we're like, no, it's too shticky, it's too much of a joke, because also she was really concerned that the audience was going to be really mad at Mary, which, you know, Mary has had a lot of frustration this season, wouldn't you say, as an audience? Like, take care of your boys. Like, she's been saying that she's been getting a lot of flack for her role on the show and how she's interacting with the boys and all that stuff, and her mother role, and honoring John, right? A lot of people felt really betrayed that she even dared to do that with Ketch. And she was wearing the necklace as well. So I was like, okay, you're right. And I was like, I acquiesce to you. But to your point, I think Ketch's saddest moment was when he was given away and left by his parent or parents. And I think his happiest moment was when he actually had true intimacy with another human being.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is that okay? I don't know. It's a little different panel today. We're just having more of a chat, so I hope that you find any of that interesting remotely. Hi, what's your question?
Hi. So my question is, if you could be a fly in the wall in any situation, either past or present, where would you want to be?
If I was a fly on the wall, in the past or present, where would I be? What an existential question.
In the early morning?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you just blew my mind. Thank you. My head is exploding. Okay, I'm just gonna, obviously there's infinite answers to this, but you know that the first rule of improv is just go with your first thought. Don't judge it.
I won't.
And this is my first thought. I don't know if it's because I'm feeling vulnerable this morning talking about childhood history. I would love to be a fly on the wall to witness my own birth.
Okay.
Is that narcissistic? I don't know. What is that? Like, is there any psychology students or psychiatrists in the crowd? You're like, wow, that's deep, bro. We need some cognitive behavioral therapy for you. You have some mother issues. And maybe I do. I love my mom. But I have a really big head. Have you heard that? Have you heard that story? And by the way, Jared, oh, who here has heard the motorcycle helmet story? Only one. Okay,
I haven't
good.
heard it, and I would love to hear it.
Oh, snap. Look who's here. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
You about to tell a story about Jared?
Well, a little bit.
There's nothing I love more than this story about Jared.
No, it's actually a story about how Jared loves to tease me. People ask me all the time, like, if they pulled a practical joke on me. This is going to be our imaginary friend. This is Jeff. Jeff is sitting there.
Good choice. Good name choice.
So, you know, Ketch rides a motorcycle and, you know, gets on and off the motorcycle, takes the helmet off. Well, what happens in film and TV is there's the props department and there's wardrobe department. And the motorcycle helmet kind of got lost between the two departments. No one asked me my head size. And that's a problem when you're trying to wear a helmet or a hat. So my hat size is 7 5/8, which is basically like Jupiter. It's basically like I affect the tides. Like I walk along the ocean, it's like people have to get out of the ocean because there's literally, it raises sea level.
I have something to say when you're done with your story.
Okay. About my head?
Sort of.
Okay. Long story short, they didn't get a helmet that fit. It was literally like a beanie on top of my head. Okay, like here's my head, here's the helmet. It was like a comedy helmet of like a thing.
The little cup they used to serve ice cream in.
That's right. Dairy Queen. The Dairy Queen, like a baseball helmet.
3 people in the audience got that.
No, well, hey, listen. Sometimes it's just for us. Sometimes it's just for us. But yeah, it was basically a miniature. Like it just looks so silly. So I'd have to get off the bike and they'd have to cut. They'd have to hold frame. And then I'd be like.
Just hold it on top of your head as if you were just taking it off.
All sorts of stuff.
Hair perfect, obviously no helmet.
Exactly, no helmet hair. Well, Ketch would never have helmet hair. Like he would take it off and it would be perfect anyways. So Jared, of course, sees this, and he, it's that guttural laugh that he does when he's really laughing, like in the Chupacabra video. It's just that, it's like a Beavis and Butthead. It's just such a little boy laugh. It's like, and so he starts bringing up his phone. And do you guys know the movie Spaceballs?
Yes.
He starts pulling up pictures on his phone. Yeah, you're already there, aren't you? You're already there. Of Rick Moranis as Dark Helmet. So if you don't know what that visual is, later on just be like Rick Moranis, Spaceballs, Dark Helmet. The joke will sustain you for the rest of the day. But Jared keeps coming up to him and then, hey, props, get over here. We need help for Dave. And he's like showing me the picture of Rick Moranis' Dark Helmet. That's the helmet we need. Let's get that helmet. And it's literally a parody of Darth Vader's helmet, but like. So, yeah, that's my big head story.
Well, here's my thought that I had. I think you're a very handsome man.
I think you're a very handsome man.
And it's good to know that a very large head can grow into a handsome man, because my son, who's 2, has a huge head. And when he started to walk, he didn't, that's exactly what it was. He really didn't walk. He ran before he walked because he was trying to catch up to his head. It's good to know that you can grow into it.
Well, yeah, I don't think I have. I'm still trying to catch up. I'm still trying to catch up to my head. I think there's still work in progress. Let's have a question for Jason. See what I did there? I'm like, I'm gonna relax.
Did you see what they both did there? They were like, no, my question was for you. Because I got in line an hour ago and I had a question.
Oh, yeah. What, you did this an hour ago?
No, I was saying that's what they were saying. When you were like, question for Jason, they were like, no,
Oh, are you? Perfect.
Look at that.
I have a question for both of you.
Great.
What's your favorite Broadway show and your favorite character of the Broadway show?
Oh, Broadway. Show and character of Broadway?
Unfortunately, it got canceled. I'd have to say Spider-Man, and my favorite character was Spider-Man. Someone asked a similar question yesterday, and we soon found out it was Rob and Brianna and myself, theater experts, and then me. So they both gave like awesome, poignant, really knowledgeable theater answers, and then I was like, yeah. Well, there was the, and then Brianna answered it for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She was like, you don't have a deep bench when it comes to musical theater.
No.
Maybe you can help me out. I can't remember the character's name because it's an old school musical, but it's from Guys and Dolls. Who's the guy that sings "Luck Be a Lady"?
Isn't his name Guy?
Does anyone know Guys and Dolls? No, nothing. Do you know like? Oh, Nathan Detroit. Thank you, Nathan Detroit. Exactly. But bravo to Nathan Detroit. I hope that was from your brain and not your phone. No judgment. But I just love. I got that Sinatra album when I was a kid of all of his covers of Broadway tunes, and "Luck Be a Lady." They call you Lady Luck, and you know, just like, and throwing the dice, just like, yeah. So that's my favorite.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent question.
I want to sing with you. Why do I want to sing with you? You make me want to sing.
I'll sing.
No, we don't like to sing.
I actually, do we have the mic stand by chance?
Would you mind if we just maybe tried something out? I don't know. Should we do that? I don't know. I'm trying to filter. I just feel like I'm boring you with
You are not born
catch stories.
But I am happy that you asked the question because I was in the green room just minutes ago, thank you very much, trying to learn a new song. I don't know if you guys, sometimes when I'm gone, I miss out on like the new song and the new popular whatever. So I try to stay up with it, and I was on YouTube and there's a new song, Taking the World by Storm, like crazy. And it's awesome.
Really? Like it's just like
it might be my favorite song.
Like a new meme?
I kind of wanted to do my own version of it a little bit, you know? Because
A little cover of it?
Yeah.
Did you do it last night at the concert? Hey, who went to his concert, by the way, last night? Did he kick ass?
Thank you,
Did
guys.
he kick ass? This guy is the best guy, by the way. Like, seriously. You know, you see us sort of performing as like, we just met 2 days ago. And I just want a little bit of gratitude, just so they know, like, that it's not all phony baloney Hollywood stuff. Sweetest, kindest, most inviting guy, because I'm so new at this whole convention thing, and to have people who know how to do it and welcome me in, so a shout out to my man Jason.
I have your cash in the green room. That was exactly what I asked you to
Slip it into my bag, brother.
Yeah, so this song, I didn't know who wrote it. I just heard it, and I was like, I have to sing it. My producer buddy in LA says that to me, and he was like, dude, you have to listen to this. You have to cover it. It's the next hit.
This is Inception at the highest level. We made this song up yesterday together. This is my song in part because of my conversation with this audience. That's my song. That's my jingle. I'm Captain Jingles.
Lies. You did not write Making Bacon.
We're singing the song. Let's break it down. Let's do the remix. Are you going up? That's the one. Okay, hold on. Just roll it. What about? Bacon, 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 bacon. week.